Everyone, it's Lisa here. It's been a while since I have done a weight loss journey video, and I owe you guys one. I was supposed to do one after my appointment with the doctor back in February, and that appointment went very well, but I actually ended up going to a, what do they call it? An exercise workshop that night, and that kind of bummed me out and kind of got me in a funk. And I did record a video, but I just felt like it was too negative and I was too much in a funk. So I, after reviewing it, I decided to delete it. And I've just kind of been busy, so I haven't had a chance to record a video yet, but here's a new one for you. I'm going to start out with my 3 non-scale victories. 2 of them kind of happened yesterday. Actually, 2 of them did happen yesterday, and 1 of them happened tonight. The first one is I was able to do an hour on the treadmill. I did join the YMCA. I was approved for the financial aid assistance, and I'm paying, I think it's $19 a month. A little bit more than I wanted to pay, but they do have a pool, which I'm not able to use yet because of a problem with my leg. But I was able to do an hour on the treadmill yesterday, and I ended up burning over 300 calories. And I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but I'm trying to keep my heart rate in the fat burning mode. So I'm doing interval training where the treadmill stays flat and goes slower, and then it'll incline a little bit and bump up the speed. And you can adjust that to what you want. My slow speed is 1 mile an hour. And that's where I can get my heart rate to be in the fat burning stage. Excuse me. So that's just saying to me that I am not fit. I need to, work more and work harder. And, the more I work and the more often I go to the gym and do this, the faster I'm going to be able to go, and the longer I'm going to be able to go, and actually I shouldn't say the longer I'm going to be able to go, but the faster I'm going to be able to go without raising my heart rate too much, and then therefore I'll be able to do less time on the treadmill and burn more calories. So that was my first victory, which was yesterday, non-scale victory. I am down 9 inches in 1 month since February, around the 5th of February. I measured myself, and then yesterday I measured myself again. And it's 9 inches total. Obviously that's neck, bust, waist, hips, ankle, shin, thigh, wrist, forearm, and upper arm. I don't think I lost anything on my ankle. I don't really expect to, because my ankles aren't really fatty. My left ankle does get swollen, but usually first thing in the morning it's fine. So I don't expect to lose anything in my ankles, or even, no, I do expect to lose in my wrists, because my wrists are big and they are kind of fatty. And I do tend to lose in my wrists because I know I had to tighten this since I've gotten it, and I've only had it for a couple weeks. And then since January 1st, my total inches lost is 17 3/4 pounds, which is absolutely exciting to me. I really don't know what size I am. I know I can go look online and find out, what pant size I should be wearing or whatever. But I had workout clothes on yesterday, and I had just bought them. They were brand new. And the pants were 3X, and they were okay, but I would have liked them a little bit snugger because I like my workout pants to be, you know, pretty tight. I kept having to kind of adjust them and pull them up a little bit during my workout. And then I had a top on that was a workout top. It's nice and long and I liked it. It was comfortable, but it kept falling off my shoulders. So I just kind of took it and tucked it under my bra straps so it would stay on and I wouldn't be showing everyone my bra straps. And that was a 3X as well. So maybe I could go down to a 2X on both of those. I know the pants I could. The shirt I'm not sure about because I really don't want something that's tight. I want it to be loose and comfortable. So I guess what I'm going to have to do is either buy the shirt in a 2X, bring it home and try it on, or just try it on in the store. But I usually don't try clothes on in the store. I just hate doing it. I don't know why. I just hate it. I think probably because I get so frustrated that, you know, things don't look right or things don't fit right, or I'd just rather be able to bring it home into the comfort of my home and try it on there, and if it doesn't fit, return it. So that was my second non-scale victory. And my third one was, tonight I had a salad with ground turkey and salsa stuffed zucchini, and then I put low-fat cheddar cheese on top of it and put it back in the oven to, you know, just melt the cheese and brown it up a little bit. Well, I ate all of the salad. I was kind of, you know, going back and forth between the salad and the zucchini, and I was eating the salad. I finished the salad first, and I got probably a third of the way done with the second half of the zucchini, and I was having a hard time finishing it. And usually after my dinner, I'll have a Oikos 000 yogurt with either berries or an apple or a pear. Well, in struggling with trying to finish the rest of the zucchini, I decided to finish it only because I wanted to get the protein that I needed. As it is, I did not get all the protein I should have had for today, but I was full and I didn't want to force myself. Having the yogurt would have given me almost all of the protein I needed, but I did not eat it. I gave it to my significant other because I was already full and I didn't need to, you know, make myself uncomfortable. So I gave the yogurt and the apple to my significant other. But to me, that's a victory. That's telling me that, you know, I'm doing something right, that with just a salad and one zucchini cut in half, stuffed with ground turkey, salsa, and topped with cheddar cheese, that filled me up. Normally I would have 2 of those zucchini, you know, the whole zucchini cut in half, because they are pretty tasty. But tasty or not, I was full, and I recognized that I was full, and I walked away. I didn't finish, you know, I didn't have the yogurt and the apple. I did finish the zucchini and the turkey, only because I wanted to make sure I got that protein in. The protein is a big deal in this program, and in hindsight, I probably should have been eating the zucchini first and then gone to the salad, because I was still getting vegetables with, you know, the zucchini. Obviously, it's zucchini, so it's a vegetable. So I was still getting some vegetal compound there, or component there, sorry. But that with the protein. So I should have done that first. I should have eaten the zucchini first and then gone to the salad. But, you know, lesson learned. I'll do that next time. And right now I am down 22 pounds total as of yesterday morning, which is pretty much 2 months since I started the program. I have 7 more pounds to go before I will qualify for the surgery, because you have to lose 10% of your starting body weight, which was 290 pounds. So I am 7 pounds away from that. And unfortunately, my last meeting with the doctor, actually my last and my first meeting with the doctor, he put in the request for the surgery, to get the approval for the surgery, for the bypass surgery. But since March 1st, my insurance has changed. So we hadn't heard anything from my old insurance, but now we've got to start the process all over again with the new insurance and wait for them to approve it. And I don't see why I wouldn't get approved, but who knows? So, as you probably figured out, as I just said, I did decide that I am going to do the bypass surgery. I've heard nothing but good things about this doctor and his success rate. The program has given me the motivation and the information to go forward and be successful. And it will continue to give me that information. There are post-op support groups that happen every Monday of every week of every month, and you are encouraged to go to them. And it's a requirement pre-surgery to go to one, and I went to one last Monday, not yesterday, the week before. And everybody was wonderful. The success stories were amazing to hear. There was a guy there that was a week out of surgery, a week and a half out of surgery, and he was driving himself there. And he was back to doing, a workout routine. Now, it wasn't as intense as he was doing previously, but he was doing a workout routine a week and a half after surgery. So I was just amazed by that. And they were all very supportive, very helpful, answered any questions that you had, and very positive. Every single person there that had the surgery said, I do not regret it. I would do it again if I had the choice. If I had the chance, I would not walk away from it. So that was a very positive thing to hear. And they all said, Dr. R, his name is Dr. Raptopoulos, but everyone calls him Dr. R because it's a tongue twister to say his name. But everyone said that Dr. R is a hard ass, and excuse my French, but he is, and he has to be. He wants people to be successful, and if you're successful, then that makes him successful. So I was very pleased to hear all the positiveness, and there was one person there that, said she was eating a couple of things that she wasn't supposed to be eating and didn't have any problems with it. She did not have the bypass. She had the sleeve. And there is a difference in how things are, how the surgery goes. With the sleeve, he completely removes your stomach. So it's just a tube from your esophagus down into your intestine. You have no stomach inside you at all. It's completely removed. With the bypass surgery, things are rerouted, and the stomach is made smaller. I chose the bypass because A, I have a lot of weight to lose, and B, I have acid reflux and GERD already, and I have an erosive esophagitis, which means that my esophagus literally has erosion to it from the GERD. So I chose the bypass because there's less chance of heartburn and GERD with that than there is with the sleeve. Plus, I have a lot more weight to lose, so I thought it was a better choice for me, and Dr. R agreed with that. So, other than the insurance, snafu and, having to go through the approval process all over again with the new insurance, Everything is going well. I am enjoying the program. I am sticking to it 100%, except maybe last Thursday when I had some corned beef. That's probably not on the program. It is beef. We are allowed to have beef, but it's got to be a very lean beef. And brisket is not a lean beef. So I did have a little bit of that last Thursday, but I cut all the visible fat off of it, and I didn't have a lot of it at all. I just had a small amount, but I wanted it. You know, I enjoy corned beef and cabbage and the carrots. I didn't have any potatoes. You know, that is not on my program at all, and I didn't have any. So I feel okay about it. I did feel a little guilty that night that I had eaten it, but I don't feel horrible about it. You know, was it the right thing? Should I have eaten it? Probably not. But I am not gonna, you know, fret over it. You know, I'll talk to the nutritionist on Thursday when I go to our nutrition class, and I'll be honest with her. I'll tell her that I had it. In fact, in my, where is it? My homework sheet that we have to do every week. This proves that we were in class, so it gives us credit for the class because we have to do 6 of these nutrition classes before we can have the surgery. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But in this form, one of the things it asks is, are you following the meal plan consistently? If not, please describe any off-plan eating or drinking. So in that section, I wrote, had a very small piece of corned beef with all visible fat removed. And some of the other things it asks is it asks what brands of meal replacement products you're using, what times you eat your meal replacement products, what time you eat your food-based meal if you are allowed one, what types of food you eat in that food-based meal. And then it asks how much water you drink each day and whether you drink anything else during the day. The only other thing I drink most of the time is coffee, and occasionally I'll have hot tea if I'm cold or whatever. And then it asks if you add any sugar or cream or anything else to the other beverages that you drink, like coffee or tea. I do use Coffee Mate Original. It's less calories and fat than the light cream that I was using before I went on this program. And it gives me that rich texture that I'm used to with my coffee with the light cream. I used to put a lot of sugar in my coffee. It would be 1.5 tablespoons to 2 tablespoons of sugar. And I say tablespoons, I mean, you know, like serving tablespoons, not a measuring tablespoon. But still, that's a lot of sugar. And I cut that out completely. I ended it. I actually bought Truvia because I thought that would be a good replacement for it. I don't like it. I do use a little bit of it in tea when I have it, but I do not put it in my coffee ever because I don't like the taste of it in my coffee. And then some of the other things that it asks is how often you've eaten the following foods, like pasta, rice, bread, potatoes, corn, peas, chips or crackers, cake, cookies, or candy, or any other off-plan foods, excuse me. So again, where it says any other off-plan foods, I did put the corned beef, fat removed. And then it asks you about your exercise for the week. So I did put down what I did for the week. I did the weights. I put between 2 to 3 times because this is actually over a 2-week period that she's looking for. So I put the weights that I did those 2 to 3 times a week, 30 minutes approximately each time, and approximately 100 calories burned. I am not sure how many calories I actually burn when I'm doing the weight machines. And then the treadmill, again, 2 to 3 times a week, 30 to 60 minutes, depending on what day it was. And then 176 to 332 calories were burned with the treadmill. So that's our homework sheet. We have to do that and hand it in the day of our nutrition class. And I'm usually pretty proud of mine. Like I said, I've got the corned beef in there, so I'm a little disappointed in that. But again, it wasn't a big whoops. It was, I knew what I was doing. I made the decision to go and have this corned beef and cabbage dinner. So it was a decision I made, and I don't regret it. I'm hoping I don't regret it come the scale next Monday. It didn't seem to make any difference this past Monday. Although I'm under 2 pounds lost for this past Monday. I lost 1.8. So it wasn't a great amount, but I still believe I'm averaging 2 to 3 pounds a week. So, excuse me. And that's what Doc wants me on, is 2 to 3 pounds a week. Let's see. Oh, our last nutrition class. Sorry, I'm just going to put the cover on my water because I've got a computer sitting right next to me, and if I spill it, he'll kill me. So our last 3 nutrition classes are post-op nutrition. So it started last week, and we've got 2 more classes to go. Well, last week, she handed out this booklet, which is like huge, and we have to go through all this, and we have to bring this to the hospital the day of surgery, because there are, if I can find them, sorry, I should have done this before I started doing this video. But in the back of the book, there is a sheet that says fluid intake schedule, or no, fluid intake sheet. And after the surgery, you can only drink 1 ounce every 30 minutes. So you take like a little medicine cup and you put 1 ounce of water in it, and you sip that for 30 minutes. And you don't want to gulp it down, because you will feel it. It will hurt a lot if you do that. And you do it every 30 minutes, and they want you to keep track of it. And that's for day 1. That's the first day after surgery. And then I believe it's the second day after surgery. You start on 1 ounce of fluid every 15 minutes. And again, they want you to keep track of it. They want you to make sure you're getting enough water. Because if you're not, you can get very dehydrated, and it becomes a problem. You'll start feeling awful, and it becomes a problem. You could end up back in the hospital. And also there's a surgical drain record where you have to put the date, the time, and the amount of fluid that comes out of the drain. And you have to drain it yourself. You'll have a drain in your stomach in the incision. Excuse me, I haven't actually seen the drain yet. We're supposed to see that either this week or next week. This week or the next class, which is in 2 weeks. I don't remember which one it is yet. But it's like a little bulb that fluid will drain out of or drain into, and then you have to empty that and report how much fluid you got out of that. And I don't remember how long that's in now, but it's not in for very long, because the guy that was in there that had his surgery, the guy that was in the post-surgical support group, who only had his surgery a week and a half prior to that day, he had his drain out already. So it's not in for very long. So there were a few things that were kind of scary to me, but I know it's a process, and I'll go through some of the process. This video is already 24 minutes long, almost 25. But there's a lot of things that you can and cannot do. more that you can't than can. There's 6 phases of post-surgery. And day 1, like I just said, you're drinking 1 ounce of water every 30 minutes. Day 2, you're drinking 1 ounce of water every 15 minutes. And you can have ice, water, sugar-free ice pops, and Crystal Light. So you can add Crystal Light to the water if you need some other flavoring. And all of these phases depend on how you're doing. Some people may go through them faster than others. Some people may, it may take them longer because they're either not doing what they need to be doing, or, they're not healing like they should be. But phase 3 is, and here this says per the doc, you can start having skim milk and approved protein shakes using 1 ounce cups every 15 minutes. And then phase 4, again per the doc, pureed high protein foods for about 4 weeks. And then phase 5, again per the doc, solid, soft, high protein foods for 6 weeks. And then phase 6, which is the final phase, and that is, again, per the doc, regular diet usually after the 3rd month mark, but subject to change. So 3 months post-op, you should be on a regular diet. And by regular diet, there are restrictions. There are a whole list of things that you still cannot have, and I don't know right off where those are, but phase 6 examples, food examples: 1 to 2 ounce servings, avocado, tomato, cucumber, coleslaw, chopped lettuce, after your required protein amount. So you have to eat your protein before you eat any vegetable or fruit, because they want you to get the protein. They want you to have the nutrition from the protein. And there's a huge list of vitamins that you'll be taking for the rest of your life. So there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to remember. That's why they give you this whole big, huge book here. So you can go back to it, because everything you need is in here. So this is my Bible. I haven't read through the whole thing yet, but I plan on reading the whole entire thing before I go into surgery, so I know what to expect. And let's see. So again, it's a nerve-wracking thing. There's a lot to remember. There's a lot of changes, but without change, nothing changes. So I need to make these changes in my life. And like Doc said, I am not going to lose all the weight I need to lose without this surgery. It's just not possible. And I know it's not. I've tried, and it's not. It's never happened. I'll get down, 60 or 70 pounds, and then something in my life happens, and boom, I'm right back to my old eating habits. So it's a lot of change that has to happen for me, and I'm determined to make it happen. If I'm going to put my body through the surgery, then I'm going to make sure that I do what I need to do, that I do my part, and make sure that I stick to the program and do what I need to do. And if I don't, there could be repercussions. There's a thing called, I forget what the name of it is now. I apologize. It's not leaking, but it's when things just kind of go through, and it's not a pleasant thing. I've heard. I've been watching YouTube videos about post-surgery, bariatric surgeries, and everybody that I've watched has said they would do it again, but they had wished that they knew a few more things going into it than they did. One of the things that I found out is, for some people, not everybody, but for some people, your taste buds change. There are things that you used to like that you just don't like anymore at all. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen too much for me. I'm hoping that, I still like a lot of the foods that I used to like, because do I want to like chocolate? No. If my taste buds for chocolate changed, I'd be perfectly happy with that, because chocolate is what got me here. And back to the, changing my life and changing how I think of food and everything. My nutritionist recommended this book for me, and I got it. This was my 15-pound reward. I ordered it on Amazon. It was just under $15, I think. 50 ways to soothe yourself without food. I haven't gotten very far into it. It's just getting into the, the ways to soothe yourself. So I'm hoping this is helpful for me. I actually have not had any cravings for anything specific, except once in a while, I'll walk by the cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes that we have sitting on the counter. It's like, oh, I could really go for one of those right now. But I haven't had one because we're not supposed to eat anything except when we have our meal at whatever time we have our meal. For me, it's 7 o'clock at night. Some people may do it for breakfast. Some people may do it for lunch. But mine is dinner at 7 o'clock. So yes, I miss being able to, just pop a cherry tomato in my mouth, or, munch on some raspberries or whatever. But if that's the worst thing I'm craving, I'm okay with it. I haven't eaten them because I know I'm not supposed to, when I'm not eating my meal. I have had them, with my meal, and that's been perfectly fine. Yeah, I guess that's it for that part. I don't think I showed anyone this journal. I don't think I showed you guys this journal yet. This is my workout journal. I decided to do a different journal for my workouts instead of having it in my food journal. One, because this has a plastic cover on it, and if I decide to take it to the Y and, it's next to me or it's in near the pool, if the outside gets wet, it's not a huge deal because it does have the plastic cover. But I decorated this myself. The notebook came from Dollar Tree. I do believe it's a Jot, but I'm not 100% sure of that. I did all the, the decorating, the stickers and everything. And again, it's just motivational stuff. There's a bunch of motivational sayings right here. And I have 2 different tabs in here. I have my cardio, which is, the bike, or, let me get it open, sorry. Either the bike or the treadmill. I tried the bike one day, the very first day I went to the Y, and it was not good for me. My backside and my legs were killing me, and I don't mean muscular. It was from the AS, the ankylosing spondylitis that I have. So the treadmill works a lot better for me, and I'm surprised because normally walking is an issue, but my back has bothered me a little bit on the treadmill walking, but I'm able to get into a position to take some of the pressure off, and it works for me. So the treadmill it is. So anyway, this is my workout regimen. I put down what day it is, what I did, what machine I was on, how long I went, the distance, the calories burned, and my heart rate, my average heart rate I try and put in. And then the next thing I have are the weight machines, and that's just the front page for that. And I just put down every machine that I did, and I put down how many reps and how many times each rep, and then the pounds. I'm not, you know, really high up there in pounds. On some of the machines I am, but most of them are, you know, like 10 or 15 pounds. I tried bumping a few of them up last time I was there, which was yesterday. Seems like so long ago. I did try bumping a few of them up. There were a couple that I wasn't able to do because my right collarbone has been bothering me the last few days, and I just felt like those were going to put too much pressure on it. So I skipped some of the upper body machines, but I did all the lower body and a couple of the upper body. And like I said, I bumped up the weight on some of them and even some of the reps. Let's see. What else do I have to say? I am afraid I am not going to get to the gym tomorrow. We have a huge storm coming in. We're supposed to get like 8 to 12 inches or maybe even more than that. Here it is, March 7th tomorrow, and Mother Nature is not going to be nice to us. Today was a 50-degree day. Tomorrow it's going to suck. And it's going to be nice, wet, heavy snow. But I guess that's it. I will let you know when I hear more from the doc about my insurance and whether it's approved. So I'm hoping it is because, well, I want to get this done. And I have a quote for you that I've got a bunch of positive quotes in my book. Some of them are funny in my journals. Some of them are funny, some of them are serious, some of them are, you know, just positive, get it done. But this one I like a lot. I have it in both my food journal and my workout journal. And it says, do it for the holy shit you got hot. Now, I don't expect to get that from anybody after I lose all the weight and get down to my goal weight. But it would be nice. And that just kind of made me chuckle. It's like, yeah, that would be a nice thing to hear. So I guess that's it. Let's have a sparkling night. And if you're in the Northeast and you're going to be getting slammed with this storm, please be careful. If you're in the South, enjoy the weather. I wish I was there. But anyway, enjoy your friends and family, and thank you for watching, and I hope this motivates somebody, anybody, just one person, to go out there and get healthy and, you know, work out and eat healthy and do it for you, not for anybody else but you. You deserve to be healthy and be fit, and I don't want to do this because I want to be skinny. Yeah, I do want to be skinny. But I want to do this because I'm tired of not being able to do things. I'm tired of not being able to bend over and tie my shoes without it being an issue. You know, it's time. It's time for a change. I'm 46 years old and I'm not getting any younger. And I'm hoping that this will extend my life and I will have a good, healthy life and a fun life. You know, be able to go out and do what I want to do and not be embarrassed or not feel like I can't do it because I'm too heavy. So anyway, have a wonderful, sparkling evening. Enjoy your friends and family. Thank you for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe down below and hit the notification button if you want to be notified as soon as I post another video. Thank you. Good night.